All right, so my background today is a little bit fitting because I would like to discuss political systems and especially democracy. Is democracy the best political system available at the moment? Now, I studied politics at university. My university degree was a BA, Bachelor in Arts, and I studied industrial psychology, which is basically human resource management, and my major was psychology, and the other one was political science. And what's interesting with political science is that you do look at the history of the world, you do look at the history of political systems, and then you're also looking at how different countries are implementing the same systems or ideologies or principles or values or morals or beliefs and how it's working in each country. Now, the most popular one at the moment is democracy. And democracy is an interesting conversation because democracy for me means that if you're 18 and older, you get a say in how the country is run. And the way that you have your say is by having a national election or a general election where we give you the opportunity to vote. And with this opportunity to vote, we will see who has the most votes, and this political party will start running the world. Not running the world, I mean, sorry, running the country. Or continue running the country if they're up for re-election. Is this a good system? Are democracies designed to work with populations larger than 100,000, 1 million, 10 million, 50 million, 350 million? If we look at ancient Greece, I know this is a popular reference, ancient Greece, and we look at France and we look at how democracy grew. I would argue that in the old days, if you were in Greece, you would take your donkey and you would walk to village to village to village, and you will individually or as a group, face to face, meet people and tell them that this is my philosophy and idea. People will be able to see who and what you are and what you're actually believing in, and based on this, they will be able to vote for you. In the modern world, we do not know really who we're voting for. We never meet the people we're voting for. And in this case, I would say that research becomes really important in voting. Research meaning you actually have researched what this person stands for, what they believe in, and based on your research, you can make a qualified or educated guess if this person or political party will be good for you. Now, the problem I have with democracy is that if you are 18, you are considered viable, possible, good enough to make that educated guess. I would say that I personally did not feel like a complete adult until the age of 30, potentially even 35. And without a university degree, I did not know what it means to gather information and learning how to gather reputable, peer-reviewed information. And I'm wondering, in democracy, should we not have a system where you should get a voting license? Meaning, we present you with a test that will test your aptitude, your ability to interact with this thing in a safe way. For example, if you want to have a car and you want to drive this car, we have developed a driver's test. And these are two things. Intellectually, do you know the rules? And two, practically, could you execute them in a safe manner? We do not want to present you with a technology where you use it for yourself in a dangerous way or for other people. Now, it's the same with gun ownership. You can have a gun, but we need to check that you're not crazy. So there's a certain few tests that we will do, and you can apply for a license. And once you prove that you can do it responsibly, you will have access to this. I'm sure there's a few other things, like if you want to be a doctor, then you need to prove that you can do it in a responsible way before we allow it. Now, for me, the idea that you can vote and have influence on who is running the country, and this will have massive ramifications, consequences, results in certain aspects of life. The idea that we're just giving that to 18-year-old people with no experience, and not, guys, don't, ladies, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying you specific 18-year-olds know nothing. I'm just saying the general idea that an 18-year-old to 25-year-old knows enough. I know there's even 70-year-olds. The idea that we're giving people between the ages of 70 to 100 years old the same ability to vote without considering that they have potentially got XYZ in the brain and they're maybe not capable and competent. You know, I think even in South Africa and other countries, if you've got your driver's license, you've got to renew it every 5 to 10 years with an eye test to prove to the government your eyes are still working in order to continue using this in a healthy and respectable way. Are democracies needing something like this because of the amount of false advertising that's going on social media platforms such as Facebook, and the way that the modern world allows for people to be manipulated via other governments and countries? And is democracy still, from all the options that we have, the best system available? Maybe it's not a good system, maybe it is a good system, maybe it's the best available system. So this is the conversation I would like to present today. Tell me, what do you think of what I've said? Am I again talking like some big gorilla idiot? Maybe there's some validity, some truth. Maybe there's some minor modifications, justifications, anything that we can do to possibly advance from where we are now. Maybe you're super happy with everything. Doesn't matter if you say yes or no, this is just to create conversation. The main thing is why or why not. Let's discuss it.